This
Yes, I can
conference
hear
will
you.
now be recorded.
Good evening.
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yeah, it's a little bit, it's very low. Can you speak up?
Am I audible now?
Yes, speak out, please.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, okay, it's okay.
That's completely
Yeah,
fine.
Mr.
I
Faraj,
can.
before we start the demo, may I know something about you? Because are you already a working consultant or else are you coming from the domain to SAP side? May I know something about you, please?
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, am I audible now better?
Yeah, I'm good now. I'm good. Sound.
Okay, okay, thanks. Okay. Sorry, I missed your question. Can you please repeat that?
Yeah, yeah. So the thing is here, if I want to start the demo, and
Mm-hmm.
may I know something about you and your background, are already a consultant, or what exactly you are, what's your background? If I can come
Okay.
to know, good, I can start the demo where I can start, I can come to know.
Okay. So yes, I'm a consultant. I'm working
Right.
into HCM domain.
Okay.
I have worked on HCM, PAM part, but it's long back, around 8 years back, and then I moved into
Okay.
Success Factor. And currently, I'm working in Success Factor as an employer central consultant.
Okay.
And I want to enhance my knowledge because I have engaged in one project where I need to work on ECP as well. Though I
Okay.
need to know the part of ECP, point-to-point integration, everything, but the backend of
Okay.
ECP is ECC. So I want to
Right.
go through that path. I want to understand
Okay.
a quick view of OMPA, time management. Then I
Okay.
want to get through the PCR schemas, payroll
Okay.
processing, waste
Right.
type configuration, everything, and then
Right.
your DME and posting GLs, everything that part.
Good. Good. Okay, good, Ms. Faraj. I do understand what's your requirement. Long back, you learned SAP HCM. Later, you switch into the success factor. Currently working on success factor. You know the P2P integration. Good. So now you need the brush off of the PA, OM time, and you
Yes.
need in detail of the payroll I Saudi Arabia. Am I right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, Saudi Arabia. There you should know the payroll driver. There you should know the main schema. There you
Correct.
know the sub schemas,
Mhm.
and there you know different functions and standard PCR, customer specific PCR, and processing classes, accumulation classes, evaluation classes. As a
Mhm.
consultant, what exactly you do in the form, whether you copy or go do an enhancement, or what kind of help you can come to know. Basically, integration, that is HR with finance people, that is nothing but symbolic account, and linking waste type to
Mhm.
symbolic account, and
Mhm.
asking FICO consultants to provide the GL account and the
Mhm.
payroll process every month, and what are the year end activities. Okay, and apart from that, what are the concept of BAPI, concept of BADI? Of
Mhm.
course, you must know about the functional modules. What
Mhm.
exactly it is here, how it is going to work out, and hope this is the thing you are expecting from me, right?
Yes, this and also the HR forms uh, and your, I would say, encryption to DME or DME file generation kind of things.
Okay, DME, right, right. So coming to the
And
HR farm, coming to PE 51 only, we can cover up here any modification, anything. But coming to smart farms, Atmos. Even HR forms are the developments are also, it is done by the ABAP consultant, but I can tell what is the difference between
mm,
PE51 farms or HR farms. But as a functional
okay.
consultant, you cannot do that. That is done by
Mhm.
the ABAPers, because there are, we have meta stars and stars are there. That is purely
Mhm.
technical. That is that we can give you overview of that. But coming to
Okay.
PE51, any modification that we can cover up. There is no issue,
Okay.
right?
That's okay. That's what I want to
Okay.
understand how the forms get generated and how I can give the requirement developer to generate those create those
Absolutely
forms.
right. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Normally, in the farms, coming to the point. Okay. Before that, I want to give a clarity to you. Either it is SF or whatever it is here. Normally, in ECC or S4 HANA, whatever it is here, either
Mhm.
ECC or S4 HANA, first you should know IMG. Second one, you should know info type. And finally, you can see output, and later you have to know clusters. This is the funda. As a consultant you have to know what is
Okay.
IMG. Being a functional consultant, they develop everything in IMG. Say for example, basic pay configuration, whatever you do around 18 steps, that is going to reflect in 0018 type.
Okay.
Now, whenever you run payroll, what is the
Mhm.
subschema? What are the functions? Again, I'm repeating. What is the
Mhm.
subschema? What are the functions? Reading this info type. Reading this
Mhm.
info type where you can see the output. You can
Okay.
see the output in OT table because of
Mhm.
a subschema, because of
Mhm.
workplace basic pay, that is the function, and ename. These are the functions. And when you run the payroll will be stored in the RT table. In the
Mhm.
future, in the future, where we can see that is PCL2 cluster, PCL2 cluster. To see the
Mhm.
PCL2 cluster, we have a T code PC underscore pay result.
It is
That
it's.
means already you are a consultant, so that is the reason I'm telling very clarity here. Say
Mhm.
for example, if your output is not in the cluster in RT table,
Mhm.
then so you have to check whether the subschema contains certain functions, whether they are reading or not, whether it is
Mhm.
maintained so and so info type, whether this is
Mhm.
configured in the IMG. This is the concept. So
Mhm.
in detail, backend, IMG, this is all front end, SAP Easy Access, where you can maintain all the info types, where you can execute the payroll, where we can see the output in the for the future purpose. As a
Mhm.
consultant, what we have to know, I will tell you. So PAOM time is very common, but in that time, basically work schedule rule, absences, attendances, OT, you should know how to configure it. And
Mhm.
once you configure it here, how it is integrating to the payroll.
Mhm.
How it is integrating to the payroll. When you are
Mhm.
integrating this, what is the subschema? What is the subschema?
Mhm.
It is going to, right? There are certain PCRs are there, certain
Mhm.
functions are there. Important functions are RAB, PAB, ZLIT. These are very, very important. These are very common for every country. But normal PCRs are X010, X013, and XMOD. But country to country, these PCRs, the first letter is changed. First letter in the sense, say for example, if you are learning UK payroll, that is G010. This is
Mhm.
G013. This is GMOD. If you are learning US payroll, if you are learning US payroll, so U010, this is U013 and UMOD. If you are learning Australian payroll, say for
Mhm.
example Q010, like if you are learning Saudi payroll, but what is the Saudi payroll main schema? I can show in the system. Just I'm giving the clarity what I'm going to show you. The main schema it is this.
Yes.
SAX0 it is.
Yes.
There executive of normally we can take this SAU0. This is the main schema. In the main schema, there is a sub schema SAA, SAUB. There are two functions I told you, ename and WPBB. Even these or other info types also we can discuss. But as of now, just I can ename and WP. These are the two functions. Normally,
Mhm.
the schema is say here, SAUB. SA means Saudi Arabia. UB is very common. INBD,
Mhm.
UBD0, or country
Mhm.
specific it will be there. The first two letters will be different. But some
Mhm.
country to country subschemas, subsch concept is same. Functions are
Mhm.
same. Only info
Mhm.
types are different. Say for example, let us say US payroll. Say for example, you go to PE01, you can see UBD0, UBD0, click on change. Same thing here, ename and WPBP. And some other functions are there, country specific. And if you can go to other country payroll, say for example, INBD, Indian payroll, if you go, and if you can check, same this is, ename, WPBP is very common. Other info types are there. If you go to UK payroll, GBD0, this is for Great Britain. These two functions are very common here, ename, WPBP. Like even Saudi Arabia also, the very common functions I can show you, ename and WPBP. So these are very common. So here what we can discuss. So to run the Saudi Arabian payroll, what is a payroll driver and what is the main schema and what are the sub schemas are there? Those sub schemas, whether they are modifiable or not. If it is modifiable, why do you modify? The reason to
Mhm.
modify, say for example, I can tell you one thing, factoring is there. What is mean by factoring? If your company salaries are calculating calendar days, January 31 days is there, February 28 is there. Okay, then April 30 days is there. Now January 31 days. If you work 31 days, you are getting 25,000 riyata. Okay, then 30 days how much? Process is same, but values are different. If it is February, 28 days is equal to 25,000. If you take one day LOP, loss of pay, 27 days is how much? 27 is how much? If it is April, 30 days is equal to 25,000. Then 29 how much? That means when you calculate this, what is the calculation? 30 into 25,000 divided by 31. This is nothing but in SAP we can call as a PCR. To do this PCR, SAP has provided a proper model. A proper model it has provided. According to your client requirement, you can modify. In your company, this process is there. If this process is there, where are you telling to the system? And if this process is there, now the same thing, 31 days, this is there. No, no, it's not like Madhu, every month 30 days. Where do you do? That means certain PCRs in the schema, those PCRs you are going to modify. Say for example, let us go to one sub schema. One sub schema is factoring and storage. SAL9 is there. In SAL9, there is a PCR. SAPF is there. SAPF, this is there is a PCR. How to go to SAPF? Now, slash
Just one
O.
question here. How would we know that
Yes.
which is PCF, which is sub schema?
Yeah, we have certain methodology. Certain
Okay.
methodology is there.
Okay.
Okay, as you're asking, I
You will
can
tell
tell
us.
you.
I mean,
Okay,
okay.
no issue, I will tell you. So here, normally in every schema, we have 8 columns. In 8 columns, column number 1 is a line column. It is always a 6-digit numeric code. It's like 10, 20, like I will show you. Column number 2, it's a function. A function is 2 to 5 digit code. It is a 2 to 5 digit code. It must be in PE04. 2 to 5 digit code, whatever it is in column number 2, that is a function in the schema, it must be in PE04. Now condition, column number 3, parameter 1, coming to the point. If the function is, copy parameter 1, there is a subschema. If the function ACTIO, PIT, MOD, there is a PCR.
Okay.
There is a PCR. RP info type number, there is a PCR. Now you can put another question. Sir, Madhu, when we can put ACTIO, when you can put PIT, when you can put MOD, when you can put P info type number, we need the clarity. First, let me show you how do we identify a subschema. How can we identify a PCR? Now, let me show you here. This is a PIT. PIT, PIT, ACTIO. These are all the PCRs. Parameter 1 is a PCR. How do you know this is subschema? If you wanted to know a subschema, if your function is copy parameter 1, there is a subschema. Parameter 1, there is a subschema. But what is PIT? What is ACTIO? And those things we will discuss a bit later. If you go here, there is one PCR is there. I can show you. Mm, yeah, here you can see P0014. 0014 is an info type, P is a function. This is a function, this is subschema again. This is a PCR. How it is reading, what it is reading, that we will discuss. And there is one more PCR is there, embody, here it is there here. Embody, SAOD. How do we know? This we will discuss in the session. But as it is a demo, just I am going to tell you, right? Got my
Okay.
point?
Yes, yes, sure.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, good. So what I wanted to tell you, how the PCR it is there, I can show you. So normally main schema, there is a subschema. How do you know the subschema? If a function is copy, parameter 1, there
Mhm.
is a subschema, that is good. Even in main PCR, there are sub PCRs are also there. In main PCR, there are sub PCRs are there. How do we know? Say for example, okay, say for example, I will show one PCR how it looks like, but I will explain, not much, but small I can explain you. There is one PCR. Normally, if you can work other country payroll, that is SCA 10. In international payroll, that is X010. Okay, forget about international payroll. SCA10, let us go to the PCR. What it will read, I will show you. PE02, SCA10. This is a PCR. See, it is there in international. Only namesake they have written Saudi Arabia, but the text you can check. It is international. Forget about that now, international. Okay, now this is a PCR. What the PCR is telling? The PCR is telling namesake only they put as in Saudi Arabia, but internally it is only international. You can show here what this is the logic. This logic I will explain you. Before I went into this, there is another PCR which is common for every country. That is X010. X010, SA10, there is no change. Either it is, see, one thing I want to tell you, if you know how to drive a car, whether it's a bench or any other car, right? Now, if you know one country payroll well, to run other country payrolls are very simple. Only the model wage types are different. Schema concept is same. Certain function, 90% functions are same, 10% is different. Say for example, social insurance in Saudi Arabia, go see. Then from there, if you go to Kuwait, social insurance. Okay. From there, if you go to Singapore, EPF. If you go to Malaysia, EPF. If you go to UK, pension. If you go to Australia, superannuation. If you go to US, there is a benefits. So country to country, social security benefits, what company is providing to the employee, how to know. Okay, this is for the Saudi Arabia. What does it mean? What does it mean? So this PCR is telling what amount is going to be stored in /001 /00. It is telling. Okay. Now this I will close. I will go to X010 PCR also. This is very same PCR. Okay, if you click on change, the same PCR they have entered. That means when you are switching to one country payroll to another country, don't scared about that. Oh my God, I worked on Saudi Arabia. Now I'm going to work on Kuwait payroll. I'm going to work on Oman. I'm going to work on US payroll. Nothing to worry. Only the statutories are different. The rest is everything same. Now you can check. There is no change. Everything is same. Everything. But some PCRs may be changed here. What does it mean? This logic I will tell you. The logic means I can copy and I can show you, because most of the cases running payroll is very simple. Understanding of what? Understanding the schema PCR is logical. Only logical. There is nothing is there. What you are telling, say for example, in your company, you are getting basic pay, 3,000 riyal, city allowance, 2,000, car allowance, 2,000. Okay. Now here ADDWT means whatever the waste type, whatever the waste type you are copying, it is coming into OT table. What is mean by OT table? Whenever you run payroll, some output you are going to see, that is output. Indirectly, whatever the output you can see in the farm or remuneration statement is OT. Then LME Z, LME. Eliminate means eliminating. Eliminating means it is not considering what Z. Z means time period. That means whether it is a weekly payroll, whether it is a monthly payroll, whether it is semi-monthly payroll. Now there is a question. Where are you telling to the system that this is a weekly payroll, this is a monthly payroll? That is in payroll area, which is reflecting in 001. Payroll area contains period parameter, date modifier. Period parameter means pay frequency, whether payment is paid weekly, monthly, semi-monthly. That is 0 is equal to n. 0 means current field. Current field, n means number. That means 176 hours if you work, you are getting 25,000. Then 1 hour, how much? This is one way. Or 22 days is equal to 25,000. Then 21 days, how much? Or 30 days is equal to 25,000. Then 29 days, how much? This is the logic. Whether it is hours, whether it is working days, whether it is calendar days. If you take April, 30 days. If it is working days only, 22 days. If it is working hours, 176 hours. How you are going to take? This you are going to specify in a PCR. There is an operation K A S. What is K S? TKSOLL, TASOLL, then TSSOLL. These are the operation. TK means like this. 30 days is equal to 25,000. 29 days how much? Okay, if it is this, 22 is equal to 25,000, then some days how much? If it is these are all the standard PCRs. That means here you are telling whatever the amount which is part of this calculation, that is going to be stored /001/002. Then if it is this, 22 days is equal to 25,000. 21 days how much? That amount will be stored in /001/002. But where are you telling this? That I can show you for your Saudi payroll, where it will, because we are learning Saudi, in which subschema it is there, I can show you. Now where it is, this is, we talked about the time schema. Then go back. There is factoring, SAL9 is a subschema. There is SAPF is the PCR. SAPF. What is SAPF? I can show you. PE02 SAPF. SAPF. I told you one PCR, main PCR contains sub PCR. You can check here. SAPF contains SAP0. SAP0 contains SAP1. This is the logic. So what is the logic? Here they have taken here K, calendar days. So TKSOLL here, this is calendar days. I don't want this, I want this method. Where are you going to change? That means existed PCRs you are going to change. Existed PCRs you are going to change, you can change. Or else, now city A, you are getting monthly bonus 2500 AR. Then city B, monthly bonus you are getting 3500. Don't maintain either in 8 info type or in 14 info type or 15 info type. Without maintaining these info type, you have to achieve this. How do you write down? You can achieve with only the PCR. That is personal calculation rule. That means a scenario which is not possible through the configuration, we can achieve through a PCR. To write a PCR, how you are going to write down? What is a process? What is a method? So writing a PCR is very simple if you know the logic. That is first question. In which subschema you have to insert? Why do you insert in that subschema? The reason you have to know. That means first you should know what is input table. Okay, what is output table? What is result table? Input table means source, where the data it is going to be extract. Output table, after collecting the data from the sources, nothing but different info types, where we are going to see the output. And finally, the results where it is going to be stored. That is RT table. These three logics, if you know, to write a PCR is very simple. Altogether, what I am going to teach you, PA I can teach you, time I can teach you, OM I can teach you. Right. Without PA, can I directly start payroll? We need an employee. We need personal number. We need personal area. We need sub area. We need employee group. We need employee subgroup. We need payroll area. Without a person, you cannot directly, you can do payroll. Then time management without working hours, without absences. So without overtime, we cannot. So that OM, without OM, you can learn directly payroll. There is no issue. That's it. But in the payroll, what I am going to teach you, first one, I can teach you the basic settings. What is the basic settings? Period parameter, date modifier, okay, then payroll area, then generate payroll periods, generate calendar for accumulations, default with AB carriers feature, then control record, very, very important. What is control record? How do you maintain? Based on control record, you are going to hire an employee. And altogether, this configuration effect is going to come in 001, where we can see the payroll area. Then basic pay configuration. In basic pay configuration, you do the pay scale type, pay scale area. Okay, basically V underscore T510 table, very, very important table. And you should know the model wage type. So from the model wage type, you are going to copy and T511 table, direct evaluation, indirect evaluation module. And altogether, this is going to reflect in 008. How it is reflecting, what's configuration? Approximately there are 18 steps are there for the basic pay configuration. Next one, recurring payments and deductions. This is also just you can copy the wage type related to 14 info type. Then additional payments, again you have to copy the wage type which is related to 0015 info type. Then additional payment off cycle. There you can copy the wage type. If you wanted to run payroll mid of the period 0267, that is one time payment, or you can say off cycle payroll. Apart from that, ERI, employee remuneration information, that is related to 2010, employee remuneration information. If you wanted to maintain overtime manually, you can maintain in 2010. If it is automation, it will come from time management from the JEDL table. What is JEDL table? What exactly that we can discuss here. This is very common for every country. After that, very, very important here in the payroll, as you said, accumulation wage types, accumulations, DME, DME. Okay, absences configuration integration. What is absence configuration integration? We create paid absences. We can create unpaid absences. Whenever you take paid absences, no change in the salary. But if an employee takes unpaid absences, salary is get reduced. This is in SAP it is known as a proration. For proration, you should know factoring. What is mean by factoring? 30 days is equal to 25,000. 29 days, how much? Here the factoring is 30 days. So this is, but if you take February, 28 days is equal to 25,000, then 27 days is equal how much? How the proration is happening? For that, there is separate subschema PCR. We can modify accordingly. Next one, time-based type valuation. OT is reflecting from the positive time recording, nothing but time evaluation with actual time. It will be stored in the ZL table. To retrieve the ZL table, there is a function called ZLIT. I will show you what is ZLIT. ZLIT is a function which is reading the data from the time management. Where it will be, I can show you. This is a PCR. This is a sub schema. I can go to time management SAU4. There you can find the function ZLIT. Where it is, this is ZLIT. ZLIT is a function which is retrieving the data from the ZL table. Where ZL table is generated, whenever you run time evaluation, employee in time, employee out time. If employee recorded working hours are greater than planned working hours, that is treated OT, overtime, that will come. There we can check it. That is. Now next one, cumulation based DME. Data medium exchange, nothing but bank transfer. So for bank transfer, there is a transfer file is there here. For that, there are two waste types are there. Slash 559, basically, slash 559, slash 550. What does it mean? 560. That means whenever you run payroll, what amount is transferred to the bank, that will be stored in 560. So as per the file which we generate, DME, data medium exchange, that will be stored in slash 559. That means before you transfer the amount to the bank, that amount will be in slash 560. After transferring the amount from the bank account, it will be stored in 559. So whenever you generate a report, either from slash 560 or 559, the amount should be same. If amount is coming different, there is something was happened. But how slash 559, 560 it is calculating? Slash 101 total gross minus slash 110 is equal to, you are going to get slash 559, 560. Apart from this, how gross salary is calculated, combination of how country to country, it is different. Country to country, certain secondary wage steps are different. As a consultant, you have to, because this is all standard methodology. We are telling that I am configuring, you are not configuring anything, just you are okay designing the product according to the client requirement. Apart from that, we will discuss about SI, social insurance. There go see, we can discuss well. So this is social insurance. What is secondary waste type? What is a sub schema? What info type you are going to maintain, that we can discuss about. Then major thing is authorization. Authorization, you are not working on that, but you must know. Say for example, before you deliver the product to the client, okay, there is a end user one. He maintain the master data. End user two, he run payroll. He is authorized only for PA30. He is authorized PC00 underscore M24 underscore CAL. There is a T code to run the payroll. Assume that. Now, end user 1 is not authorized to PC00 underscore M24 underscore CAL, okay, CALC. Then, how it is? A user ID is created by the basis people, okay. Then role is created by the basis people. This role is assigned to the user ID. Then if you can test this end user one, he is working on that, but you are not creating, but you are testing. This is known as a user testing. Normally as a consultant, first you do unit testing, you do user testing, then application testing, UAT, volume testing. These are all done by the other people. You are not going to do. Forget about that. Then, apart from that, HR with finance integration. HR people, they copy waste type, maintain in the info type. They create a symbolic account. Waste types must be linked to the GL account, general ledger account. You cannot link directly waste type to the GL account. In between, you can create a symbolic account. Then ask FICO consultant to provide the GL account. Then Link symbolic accounts to GL account with a T code OBYE OBYG. This is expenses. This is balance sheet account. We'll discuss what is expenses, balance sheet account, and all those things. We can do that. After that, payroll process will be started. Every month, maintain the master data, run payroll in a test mode, then release. What will happen in release here? Live payroll. In the live payroll, if you get error, what will happen? Release for correction, correct the master data. Okay, again test it, again release it, again release it, again live payroll. Then if it is success, then check payroll results. After that, if everything is okay, PC underscore pay result, where we can see PCL to cluster, then keep exit mode, then post the results to finance people. Okay, then check all reports. So this is the thing what I'm going to teach you. From your end, if you wanted to add anything or if you wanted to speak anything, you can speak. So that, and finally I can tell you, we can cover up entire payroll end-to-end process with all outputs, and PAOM time also that we can cover up. Without that you cannot go ahead. Yeah, anything from your end you want to speak, you can speak.
Okay. If you can go back to the sheet that you're opening up pointers, where DME fit in is after posting post release to finance.
Not after posting. Here when we run the payroll, a file is required to post the finance people.
No, no. I'm talking about bank transfer.
Yeah.
So is it in parallel to posting to finance or it's after posting to finance?
No, I didn't get you.
So we have posting to finance. We are where we are saying posting against GL.
Right.
Another activity is to generate the bank file.
Right. So why a bank file is required? When we post it here, that automatic will be stored in slash 559 from
Mhm.
SAP. If you wanted to transfer the amount for the a third party application, because banking have different software here, that file is required to transfer the amount to the bank.
Okay. So when we generate that file, I'm asking about is it
Yeah,
about
yeah,
post
yeah, yeah, yeah.
after posting?
After posting only.
Okay. So bank file has I think two format, ACH and I file. So will you cover both the format?
No, I didn't get you. Just louder, please. Louder, please.
I'm saying there's a format specific format of bank file as a standard
Right,
ACH format.
right, right, right.
So you will cover those format, correct?
Yeah, yeah, that we will cover up.
Okay. And what about reports? There are some standard and there's some custom. So for custom,
Yeah,
I
so
believe we
let
need
me tell
ABAPer.
you. Okay,
So
now normally standard reports like payroll general, wage type report or annual salary, they are standard reports are there. Other than that, if you need any customer specific report, we have to write a functional specification. In the specification, we have to tell the table name and technical name. Say for example, if you want to retrieve the data from slash 560. Then where is a 560? It's not in IMG table because we have transparent table, we have cluster table, we have structure table. Where you are picking the data, that information you have to give to the ABAPers in a functional specification. You must have a clarity that whether you need a report from the transparent table, structure table, and cluster table. Simple logic. Transparent table means the table which we are creating in IMG. Structural table means nothing but from the info type. Cluster table means once you run the payroll results are stored in the cluster table. Where do you retrieve the data? Those table names and technical names you have to give. That we can cover up. But developing a report, we are not going to cover. Up to delivering a functional specification to the ABAPers, what we are going to specify is a selection screen and output format. Right?
okay,
Yeah. Any more thing you want to ask?
okay. And sometimes we need to create a custom table.
Louder,
So
please.
that's
Loud. Again, the sound is coming very low.
I think sometime we need to create a custom table to pick the values, like a
Yeah,
lookup kind of.
custom table, yeah, normally. So custom table, custom field, custom enhancement, those are all done by the developers. But I can tell some scenarios. When we create a table, what is the purpose? Normally, custom tables are created. There are two things, either from the info type or on IMG. For IMG, most of the cases we never do. For that, baddies are there. Business adds in are there that we can activate. A specific report is generated, a specific program is generated, or else we will ask about we can go ahead. Most of the cases in the info type, if you wanted to add a field, you can go with the customer exit or you can go for the enhancement.
Okay. Okay. And you also cover like I'm not saying the body and I think, but you will explain me
Yeah,
how body works.
yes, normal I will tell you. So, what is BAPI, what is BADI, what program is available in the system, what information we need. Say, for example, now there is a go, assume that. Then there is a report, we need one more field. For that, SAP has provided a functional module. That functional module we will provide to the ABAPer and telling them, I need another field. So up to that we can cover up, but development we are not going to do. What
Okay.
exactly means, what exactly mean by BAPI, what exactly mean by BADI, what exactly mean by functional module, we have to know first of all. Then the usage of that is very simple. Say for example, at a time you wanted to maintain 10,000 employee address. Many people they think that we can go with LSNW. Through LSNW, if you want to change the address, it is not possible. For that, there is a functional module or a BAPI is there. If you can execute that BAPI within half an hour, you can do that. So here BAPI means business application programming interface. Nothing but whatever the business process of the company, if you wanted to change according to the client requirement, SAP has estimated this issue may be there in the company. So it has been developed. It has been developed by generating that. By using that, you can enhance the data that we can cover up. But pure development of the baddie BAPIs we are not going to do. But if anything is there, what information we will provide to the technical team that we can cover up.
Okay. And also, posting your symbolic account, I think is linked to iDoc, correct?
No, no, it's not IDAC. IDAC is different, I will tell you. Posting to the finance people in the sense, as both are same SAP applications, we don't need IDAC. IDAC means intermediate document. Intermediate document in the sense, if you enter any data in SAP, if any third party application, there this data will be updated. For that IDOCs are there. For IDOC, there is ABAP consultant, they will develop a PI, process integration. In the process integration, whenever you maintain the data in SAP, in third party the data is going to be updated, or the data which is entered in third party application, it is going to be entered in SAP, that is known as IDOC, intermediate document. Intermediate document means when you enter the data in one application, whether the data is as soon as entered it is updated or through approval it is updated, that is known as an IDOC. In the payroll, Saudi Arabia, I hope as per my understanding there is no IDOCs there. IDOCs are there for in US payroll and as well as in Brazil payroll and Canada payroll. In Saudi Arabia, there is no IDAX. But still in IDAC, if you need, right, social insurance is there. Social insurance is being maintained by the Saudi Arabia government in third party application. If you wanted to link social insurance info type to the third party application, we have to develop an interface. Then IDAC will be developed. For that, the G program is there that we can go ahead. That is IDAC, intermediate document.
Okay. And let's say if I understand, like if payroll is running on ECC and
Right,
the finance is on S4. So in that
right.
scenario, how the posting will happen?
See, SAP, ECC or S4 HANA or SuccessFactors. These three are SAP products. SAP products. So in that cases, we don't have any problem. Whatever the process you have, you can follow For that, there are ready-made integration tools are there, ECC to S4 HANA or ECC to ECP also. P2P integration is there, automatically it will done. For that you need not have, because it is SAP application. If it is a different product and we need some third-party integrations are required here. ECC or S4 HANA, there is no integrate, there is no big, I can say there is no difference between, there is no difference ECC to S4 HANA coming to SAP HCM. But SD, MM, PP, and finance, there is a lots of change. Because I will tell you, in product costing, there are 16 tables are there. 16 tables are merged into one table. But in SAP HCM, whatever it is in ECC up to EHP 7, the same thing are in S4 HANA 2020. There is no change. So we don't have any problem.
Okay. Okay, got your point. These are the only point that I have. And apart from that, will it be possible for you to cover the PCC part, payroll control center?
No, no, that I am not going to cover PCT, but I will give a document to you. So
Okay.
P2P integration, what to do, what not to do, that I will give a documentation.
And also, like during defining the wage type, which class we need and which type of function we that document will also give me, correct?
Yeah, that's very, very important. Waste type structure, what are the model waste type, what are the secondary waste type, customer specific time waste type, that we will cover in depth, everything that we will cover.
No, there's long list, I think long list of functions. So which function when to use? Is there any specific document that you provide,
Normally,
or you will
what
just read?
info types are, no, listen to me, what info types are there? To pick up the info types, what functions are there? Those we have to know. Say, for example, 0007 is there. What is the function it is reading? 0008 is there. What is the function it is reading? 0002, what is the function it is reading? So, those functions, if you know, that is enough. Day to day life, 1 year payroll, if you run, what function they are reading, if those functions you have to know, it's very simple. There are hardly 20 to 25 functions you must know every day, every month, every year. We can come across that. But few functions every day, whenever you run payroll, we can see that is e-name, WPBP, RAB, PAB, ZLIT, GEN/8. Such functions we can check it.
Okay, okay, that's okay.
Right?
I'm okay with.
Okay,
Okay,
all the best. Take care, right?
okay, sure, sure.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah,
Okay, bye.
yeah.